Honestly, I've been having way more fun with No Rest for the Wicked than with Diablo and Path of Exile. And don't get me wrong, I like both, especially Path of Exile. But for me, Wicked just feels better to play. It's more Souls-like, yes, but it's also more forgiving by design. You can adjust the difficulty if you want, and you still get a full action RPG progression loop. And because of that, I think this game makes a lot of sense for action RPG players. And that mainly comes down to two things. In Diablo and Path of Exile, you definitely get stronger. Like your numbers go up, your effects get crazier, all of that. And that's fine, it works. But in No Rest for the Wicked, it feels different. It's not just more Souls-like, it's also more physical, I guess. If I shoot a fireball, enemies actually get pushed back a bit, and if the hit is strong enough, I can literally blow bodies apart. You actually feel it when you hit something properly. And over time, it's not just that you do more damage, you can do more in general. You're more agile, you can chain more skills, and you can react faster in fights. So instead of just watching bigger numbers pop up, you actually feel like you're getting better at the game. For example, I recently beat a boss not just because I had more power, but because I finally had enough stamina to dodge attacks that I couldn't avoid before. And yeah, that was mostly a skill issue on my side. But it's still really cool that there's a way around that, and that it feels so satisfying when it clicks. Moments like that are why the progression curve is just more fun for me. The second big reason for me is class fantasy. In Diablo and Path of Exile, a lot of the time, it honestly doesn't matter that much which class you play. After about 20 hours, everything starts to look the same, with explosions everywhere and effects all over the screen. You don't really feel like an archer, or a warrior, or a mage anymore. You mostly just feel like a walking DPS machine. In No Rest for the Wicked, that never really goes away. Even in the late game, you still feel like the character you had in mind when you started. And the game actually backs that up.
For example, you can build an archer who fires an arrow into the ground, and the blast is so big it both damages enemies and launches you up into the air. So it's damage and defense in one move, and it fits that class fantasy perfectly.
And I really like that, because in Diablo and Path of Exile, sometimes it starts to feel like you're optimizing spreadsheets instead of playing a character. And Wicked avoids that, at least for me. So for me, it's not that Diablo or Path of Exile are bad. They're great at what they do. But No Rest for the Wicked focuses more on how the game feels moment to moment, how combat lands, how your character plays, and how much control you have. And it does all that without killing the fun of making builds and experimenting. That's why I keep coming back to it. All right, that was it. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer and why. And if you like honest breakdowns without wasting your time, consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.